My opening statement is I'm grateful for the win, and I'm thankful for how we closed out the fourth quarter. I think we took from 2 to 20 in a hurry, which was good. It was just not excited the fact that it was 2 at one point. So, yeah, grateful, thankful for the win. Lots to watch on film to get better at. Lots to watch on film that we did well. But again, I think I just am looking forward to this team outcome. Just being a little bit more consistent and coming in and just beating somebody, from start to finish and not making it as interesting as we'd love to make it. And I feel like those days are ahead of us, but we're just not there quite yet. But ultimately, we won. That was the plan. Stretch it to about 20, which I'm excited to.
And we see T with the double-double. What about her development as she's become a starter just these last few games? What have you seen in her?
It's been really solid. I mean, obviously, it started with her coming off the bench, the last couple games and giving us really solid, good, meaningful minutes where she's building my trust. And that's what it's all about, coming in and doing your job and, being steady and just making smart plays and being patient, poised. She's done that. So she's solid, doing what we asked her to do. Just builds trust game by game, practice by practice. And so she ranking of practice was excited to see what she did with the start today. And, was really happy with her 31 minutes.
And Vicky, you had a career very high today of 34 points. When you were out there, you were really running the court. I mean, you were defense, offense, you were all over the place. How did it feel against this team, and what were you seeing against this team that allowed you that freedom?
I mean, without a lot of my buckets were in transition, I feel like, and that's to my teammates. Lonnie, especially, she had 7 assists. Probably most of them was for me, but I mean, they get me the ball when I'm hot, and Coach, she drew up some plays for me when I'm hot. So I mean, and it takes a lot to execute it too, like screens, getting me the ball, like stuff like that. So shout out to my teammates, because without them giving me the ball and setting good screens, I can't have a game like that.
You also had you only missed 2 free throws. And had a lot of free throws to take. It seemed like there's a whole lot of free throws going on out there. A little bit of practice? Was it just more focused?
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good on the free throw line usually. I mean, we do practice a lot of free throws, so I get a lot of free throws up in practice and workouts and stuff. But, I'm confident that it's going in every time, so I just step up like that.
Coach, just it took, I think, maybe 3 or 4 charges tonight. What was key to that at the defensive end of the floor?
I just knew that they were a driving team, so she's always preaching midline, especially to me, because sometimes I'm not on the midline, and I really want to focus on, my defense's game, and I knew they were getting downhill, like I said, so I kind of just stepped over at the right times. We're going to be real. I have not seen 3 charges from Mickey Purdue since June in practice. So the fact that she had 3 of them in the game tonight, I mean, that's just another, another layer if she can, contribute like that with some of those hustle plays and momentum plays. That's I think what I was most proud. She makes shots every night. She does, but I think defensively she had a much better presence and competitiveness and was making plays that had nothing to do with her scoring today, which I was proud of her for.
In a couple of games, Becky, where you guys have been up by quite a bit and there's just a few seconds left, you go ahead and score. Would you rather them pull it out, or do you want them to just stay aggressive even at the end of the game?
Yeah, most of those times Lonnie has the ball in her hands, and I give her freedom and let her make a smart decision, and that's, trust between her and I, and sometimes bites us in the butt and I'm kicking myself, and then most times it's a good decision to let her get out, and I just have so much trust and faith that she's going to make that right decision. Because if it's a matter of pulling it out for the last shot, or can she get one with 8 seconds left, I'm going to let her go get one, and I think generally works out, more positively than negatively for us.
And they got it down. You guys had the 11-0 run to kind of stretch it out. What did you just kind of like about the way you guys took control of that at that point in the game?
It was just aggressiveness. I mean, we had bounce, urgency, active hands on defense. I mean, everybody's boxing out. We were just following the game plan in that fourth quarter, and so that's kind of what led the lead to keep going up.
And you had 15 points, 5 steals and 7 rebounds. A very solid straight across game for you. Was there anything that they were putting out there that was allowing you to play at that level?
No, I mean, I feel like I'm usually all over the stat board every game. That's just kind of what my game is. I try to just do anything I have to do to get a win. I'm pretty quick, small, I'm kind of everywhere. I just find the ball. So I just got to do whatever I got to do to win. So that's what I did.
MT, Coach, the last game said you had those Kogo sticks for legs there. We really watched you tonight with those 10 rebounds. And I remember looking out there and thinking that there were Kogo sticks in your legs because you were really skying up there. Was it just like they were giving you enough room to really get that jump? How were you seeing those rebounds?
Well, honestly, I've always been like, rebounding has always kind of been my thing, you know. So over the time, I just like, when somebody shoots, you can kind of like study when the ball is going to come off or time your jumps. Now, there was a couple times where I timed it too early or I didn't have the right positioning, but for the most part, you know, just watching the ball in the air, you know, you see certain people shoot and how they shoot it, you can see where the ball is coming off. So, you know, I just time myself, my jump, and I go get it.
You have, like, when you're out playing, I think I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Do you have any idea how close you are to a double-double or your career high points? And any clue at all while you guys are out there?
They better not.
I know. That's why I said I think that's why I said I think I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Our coaching staff's always really good. I mean, they can look up at the board, but like our coaching staff's always really good. You know, if Lonnie's at 9 assists, hey, just get her one more. You know, let Mickey have that last bucket, then pull her out. Try to be smart, but I don't think this is a statistic-driven group. You know, but it's fun to get a career high or have a double-double. Those types of things.
Coach talked obviously about Mickey's defense, but just the defense overall in that fourth quarter, you guys were able to get some punch outs and get running in transition. Just what did you like about the way you had to limit?
Yeah, that was our best quarter, holding them to 13. But again, coming off a third quarter where we gave up 24, I'm just looking for consistency. Just a full 40-minute game. I went in the locker room, I'm like, don't you guys want to feel what it feels like to just kick somebody's butt from start to finish for 40 minutes and not keep it so interesting all the time? And they want that, but you got to earn it. You got to do it. You know. So it's they've seen quarters where it's an 11-point quarter, a 9-13, and then they've seen quarters where we give up 24-26. You know, we have to find consistency. We've got to be mature about it, and you know, the reality is going to hit us pretty quick if we don't do that.
Yeah, one for half the bench. So look at me on throwback over here. Big 12 starts. Taking this game, looking forward just a little bit. Trying to get a little bit more under the wing a little bit before that Big 12 kids. What can you take from this game to kind of shoot that way?
I'm sure there's things I'm thinking of. Yeah. No, there's going to be a lot of good and bad. I think I'm going to be happy with half of what I see tonight when I watch, and I'm going to be frustrated with the other half. So I think this was a very inconsistent game for us. Great moments, horrible moments, you know, those types of things. But again, there are going to be bright spots to take into the Bellarmine game, and we can't think about Utah yet. We're a team that has to go one at a time and respect our next opponent. And I hope that the Bellarmine game is a 40-minute effort that we're extremely proud of, and that we can say, you know, we took care of business from start to finish. That's our goal, to just be a consistent team for 40 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you.